Jamaica is the best island in the Caribbean. We need more Jamaicans in America for job opportunities. Come through the border if you can. Well, we'll not turn you back. I stand on my word. Out of many one people, Jamaica no problem.
The one thing that I found out in my life is that God doesn't bless who you pretend to be.
Ooh.
He blesses who you really are.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of people are trying to put on a facade of who they really want to be. And I'm telling them, if you're honest with where you are right now, that's the only way you can move to where you really want to be.
Okay.
Now I'm from the Midwest. So I don't know how to get to every place, so I put it in the GPS. The first thing the GPS asks you is, can I use your location?
Okay.
And I think too many people are saying they're somewhere that they're not. And if they could actually, in 2024, say, you know what, I want to go to somewhere different, but I got to be honest about where I am right now.
Okay.
Gaza fans them worldwide. I do say freedom for us now, right? I know you hear me, we are speaking into existence, man. Cause I sit here and not try good, yeah, man. I better not just let go, man, and done, brother. Cause when me look through this case, I have too much loophole, brethren. Hey! Our Daniel freedom cry, UK Privy Council of the case can't try. Across the ocean, Mr. Buchanan and a fly. BBC News and the tag one pass sky. Tell jail cell bye-bye. Freedom cry, UK Privy Council of the case can't try. Jamaica system I tell too much some fight. Had the after the road before July. We have your hand high. Everybody ball out, free roll boss. The teacher for dance all class. Jamaica system, corrupt no class. I push where youth life like say a hand cat. That's why Bounty Killer get angry, cross. When him hear say the world boss get lost. Bad mind DJ, sit down and a laugh. I fight over crown, I grudge the man craft. Say the case tamper with me, no need no eyeglass. Or phone for your use when it don't get locked off. Judge a force you.
It's been so long.
Check in, my beautiful people, viewers and subscribers. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, welcome back to the channel, people. And as usual, you know, we have to big up all of the subscribers them, you see me? Big up all the viewers and big up all the people in the comment box, keeping the comment box busy, you see me? Yeah. And for all the people who are viewing or will be viewing for the very first time, I want to say welcome to the channel, and please do remember to like and to comment and to share and to subscribe. You see me? Just do the right thing, people, and subscribe. You see? Support the channel. Yes. We are trying to see if we can get up to the 5,000 mark before the end of March, people. You see me? So please do the right thing and subscribe to the channel. So people, today I would like for us to talk about two things. First, we want to talk a little bit about Vybz Kartel case, the Vybz Kartel appeal, and what is going on, and what has been going on, and what is to come in the next 2, 3, or 4 months. You see me? Yes. So as you know, Vybz Kartel was convicted in 2014 for you already know what, and been trying to win an appeal from ever since. And then, yes, he has succeedingly win an appeal, and the appeal has been taking place for the past couple of days, you know. And then we reach a jam where things kind of look away. Everybody wondering what's going on. We won't know until the next 3 to 4 months. But at the moment, it kind of look away. A lot of people say freedom. I would like to see Vybz Kartel being free. You understand? I was speaking to somebody earlier on today, and the person says, we were talking about the Vybz Kartel case, and the person made one remark which kind of burned me a little bit. The person says, I was like saying, we cannot judge because we weren't there. And the person says, yes, we weren't there. But even if he did not do it, he knows something of the whereabouts or what happened to the guy. And I said to the person, I said, yes, you're right. You're right, we weren't there. So we don't know what happened or who is involved. I said to the person, my philosophy is, as a youth, as a godly youth, I preach forgiveness. You know what I mean? I do. I preach forgiveness, and the Almighty encourage us to forgive one to another, and so that we might be ourselves be forgiven. Right? And so I preach forgiveness, whether or not. You understand? Whether or not. And in my book, I feel like one life has already wasted, and it's pointless for other lives to be wasted. You know what I mean? It's pointless. A life has been, and matters not what happened, that life that has really wasted is wasted. Yeah, and from the life is wasted, there's very little, there's nothing, as a matter of fact, we can do to bring that life back. You see me? So I think, sorry, forgiveness is a thing here, and then just to move forward, give him a chance to redeem himself. Because if these people should spend eternity in a captivity and don't get a chance to redeem themselves, then you know, say that is gonna be on the authorities' shoulder. All right. Having said that, people, so free world boss is the motto. But if you can remember previously, people, in a video, I specifically asked people to refrain from saying this free world boss. Let me teach you something, people. Because a lot of people just talk because they're not paying to talk. Listen, you cannot beat the state. You cannot fight the state. And as them always say, older people folks always say, the humbler the calf is the more milk him get. You understand? And my mother specifically always have a saying when she say, if your hands are in lion's mouth, you must take time and pull it out. Whoever's. So, I always say to all the people with the Gaza nation and the so-called Gaza nation and the bagwagonists and all these people jump up and I say, free world boss, I say, free world boss. It's irritating to those who think they are the real world boss. It is. It is very irritating to these people who have themselves as the real world boss. So for hear people saying free world boss, they don't like that, and so they will punish the guy more. You overs. And I try to tell people this, say, if you just refrain from using this term and just, because yes sir, I tell you this, Vybz Kartel is the most influential in the history of dancehall artists. He's the most powerful, the most influential artist. And it's just not in Jamaica, it's a worldwide thing. It is a worldwide thing. So they are trying to limit his powers and his influence. That's what they are doing. It's not because of what he's accused of. No, it's not because of that. I'm telling you. It's because the influence him have Because no other artist in the history of dancehall never have such influence on people, such powers. None, not one. Kartel is the first. And they don't like that. So they try, it's a thing called control. And from ever since, they've been trying to control people, remember? From ever since. So, if we remain calm, stop the chatting, stop this free world boss thingy, say it in your house when you pray for Kartel. Pray for Kartel in your house and say free world boss in your house. Don't go out in the public and on social media go say a free world boss. Because in them eyes, he's not no world boss. They are the world boss. So they are irritate them when they're saying that. They would have free long time from the stop. My spirit never lied to me. My spirit never lied to me. God created me that way with my spirit can detect things and show it. Say, yo, if you do this, you get this result. That is why if people are fight against me, me know. My spirit show me and tell me. If people are against me, my spirit tell me. Me have a self-made enemies, you know. We made themselves enemy to I because the militancy and the confidence and where I display, and most of them feel like, say, well then, you know, and it's stem from a thing called jealousy and envy and grudge and bad mind and all these things. A lot of people. That's why me always I big up the people who have the clean heart and the well-wishers and the people who want good for themselves, good for the same for the neighbors and them friends and them families, and you want the same good way you want for yourself, you want it for other people. Because if you don't wish good for people, yeah, because the good you wish for people is the good you get. You understand? So you have to wish good for people. So me that say now people, Vybz Kartel case is a serious case. As I say, the appeal has concluded, and the 2 days gone, you know, and we are going to have to wait for the next 3 months now to hear what is the case. They might talk about retrial and all these things, and you know, as me say, the people them don't want Kartel come a road because them feel like the Kartel is too influential, you know what I mean? And these things if you know, so tone it down. I mean, tone it down. Right, so I have here something about, because you know the Privy Council them ask, we say please not do too much chattings, you know, about the case and blah blah blah, Ross dead and cover fret and one other thing, but we still have to talk about the case, man. You know what I mean, people? So me have an audio here when we want to play for the item. I mean, the item listen to this audio and try to have some understanding as what is going on with Vybz Kartel case and what to expect in the next 2 to 3 to 4 months. Alright, so take a listen at these people. Take a listen and listen keenly.
We are quite pleased with the arguments that were proffered by Mr. Knox. We worked together from when we were in Jamaica, lots of communication between our offices, but we thought that he represented the respondents quite well. And the Kingsley, how did it go today, Peter?
Oh, we shall see.
That is it.
It's about available chips.
Absolutely.
Nothing else I can say.
That's it.
I think that the most important thing is that in keeping with what Justice Sykes said in the NITS decision, the Julian Robinson decision, is that our Constitution is for us. And the importance of the Constitution, due process, fair trial right, just is so sacred that a breach of it has to mean something. If it just turns out to be words on a paper, it would be a travesty of justice.
Well, all right. You hear that? You hear what them say? Okay. And so we have a little thing here. We want to read for the item quickly and fast so they can understand what Vybz Kartel is up against, and see if we can try to pick sense out of nonsense, brethren. You understand? I would love to see Kartel come a road. But at the moment, we have to just, nobody the bag of free road boss business. So, this article also says, the DPP satisfied with government's defense in Vybz Kartel UK appeal. The DPP. So it says, Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, says she is satisfied that the government put up a solid defense in the Vybz Kartel appeal and is hopeful of a positive ruling. You understand? The judicial community of the UK-based Privy Council has reserved judgment in the MURDER appeal of dancehall entertainer Adidja Palmer, otherwise known as Vybz Kartel, following a 2-day hearing which concluded Thursday. Kartel and 3 others were convicted on March 13, 2014 for the MURDER of one Clive Williams, otherwise known as Lizard. The other convicts are Sean Campbell, aka Sean Storm, and Akira Jones and Andre Sendrans, otherwise called Madsus. So the DPP on Thursday said they are quite pleased with the arguments preferred by British King's Counsel Peter Knox, who represented the Jamaican government in the Kartel appeal. We worked together from when we were in Jamaica. Lots of communication between our offices, but we thought that he represented the respondent quite well, she noted. Asked about his thoughts on the likely outcome of the appeal, Mr. Knox said, "We shall see." Bear in mind, we shall see. But Isaac Buchanan, the attorney for Vybz Kartel, is confident that the law lords will overturn the conviction and uphold the rules of the Constitution. And this is what he says. I think that the most important thing is that our Constitution is for us, and the importance of the Constitution, due process, fair trial, right. It's so scared that a breach of it has to mean something. If it just turns out to be words on paper, it would be a travesty of justice, he asserted. And so it kind of sound away, people. Me also have a video. I also had a video, I believe, where I'm gonna play. At the end of this, I'm gonna play so you guys can see and jump in the comment box and tell me what you think, if it's gonna be a release or lockdown. I'm hoping for release. You know what me I hope for release? Tell you the reason why I'm hoping for release. A lot of artists are fret, you know. If no one Vybz Kartel to come a road, a lot of them are fret. Many artists are fret because if Vybz Kartel come a road this very minute, changes in the business. And all people who was them around the place, I'm going to run the place. I'm sure, and I'm quite sure, if Kartel come a road right now, this king of dancehall thing I gonna blow up. Who agree with me? If Kartel shall come a road right now, this king of dancehall thing I gonna blow up right now because them can't say dancehall, that they are jail again. You understand? And today me I listen back to a rhythm with them play. We have listened to a rhythm today, and a rhythm Japan. It brings to mind two songs where we are familiar with. One was a Sister Colante, Rastaman Do Apologize, and the other one was When Shataga Jail, we no empty no shit peel. Yeah. We don't need prison food, steam fish and lobster tail. I'm afraid, you know, that was one of my favorite Vybz Kartel. When Shataga Jail. And speaking of When Shataga Jail, can we hear other artists in that song then and more I wanna say is who for lyrics? Is Vybz Kartel or is what the guy name I can't remember what the Alozine. Because I swear I hear Alozine chat the lyrics before, you know. In even record it that song. And then me hear Kartel, we don't know who he belongs to. But Kartel always say when Shataga Jail, you know, empty no shit pail. You know, you prison food, steam fish and lobster tail, and him a big Queen Council. So, you know what I mean? But we are hope and pray for the best for the Vybz Kartel. Yeah, mainly because him kids them and him health and all of these things. You understand? I hope and pray for them just, you know, so a whole heap of loophole and a whole heap of tampering go on with a whole heap of things and you know, we don't really want to chat too much yet. But me I tell you say, this whole heap of free world boss chant, we have to go put it on mute for a minute. For the next 3 months, people, we don't want you no free world boss because them people are not normal. You see me? So take a look at this video, people. Listen to this. Listen to this when they as it pertains to the Vybz Kartel case, and then you jump in the comment box and let me know what you think. Alright? Here goes.
Dion Jackson Miller is here to give us a recap and kind of break down what came out of the appeal. Dion, thanks for joining us. First of all, what were the main issues that came out of the appeal?
What we saw over the past 2 days, Herman, is that the Privy Council judges were most concerned with the jury issues here, and specifically the issue of the juror who had tried to bribe the forewoman of the jury. Now, he has been called various things over the past 2 days, the bent juror, the naughty juror, the tainted juror, and the concern was that at the point at which the attempt at bribery had been discovered, the judge didn't discharge him. He was allowed to continue to sit on the matter, to continue to hear the case. He went into the jury room with the other jurors. He voted as part of the jury bringing down their verdict. And the concern is that other jurors, having learned of the attempt at bribery, would they then have been biased? Would they then have tried to overcompensate and perhaps punish the defendants because of that? So the concern is, did that affect the fairness, the justice of the verdict? And we saw, based on the questions coming from the judges of the Privy Council, that this was one of the issues they were most concerned about and is likely to be the issue that decides what happens in this matter.
All right, so in terms of the case now for Adidja Palmer, why were these factors really important?
Because it goes to the heart of whether the verdict is what is called safe. Was it a safe verdict? Was it an unsafe verdict? And that goes back to the issue of justice, as we heard some of the lawyers speaking there. If it is that the jury at the end of the day did not deliver a fair verdict, then that is a verdict that perhaps should not be allowed to stand.
All right, so 2 days are up. What are the options now open to the Privy Council? Well,
the Privy Council, of course, as any appellate court, has the option of affirming the conviction, meaning saying, no, let everything stand as is. I think anybody who has been watching over the past 2 days, people don't really think that is what is going to happen. So what can happen then? The Privy Council can decide to set aside the conviction in its entirety, or they can decide to order a retrial or send it back to the Court of Appeal for the Court of Appeal to decide if there should be a retrial, and what we heard in terms of the arguments there, the lawyer, Mr. Knox, who was arguing for the government, he said at the very least it should be sent to the Court of Appeal for retrial if it is that the judges don't think that the verdict was fair. On the other hand, the lawyer who was representing the appellant said no. He said, in a case like this, the Kartel case, it's so high profile, it's been going on for so many years that at this point, a retrial would not be able to be a fair trial to deliver justice. So all of that is going to be taken into consideration. We'll see what happens. As Ramarda said there, about 3 to 4 months, I think, is reasonable to expect a ruling.
Yeah. So so that was TVJ's primetime news correspondent breaking down the whole case into details, and so we can have a much better understanding of the case and what has transpired in the last few days, and what we should be expecting in months to come. Alright, people. So yeah, you could jump into the comment box and tell me what are your views, man. What you think is gonna happen? What you think the outcome is gonna be? What is you think, release or remain locked down, or what you think based upon what you have heard and seen so far? Jump in the comment box and let me know. Alright. Yes, people. So moving on quickly, we just want to give another small update on this Bob Marley One Love movie, because I already did a video about it, and a few people think I was joking when I said I've seen the movie like days before the grand release or the grand premiere. You understand? We watch it piece by piece, and like I said, even now, since majority of the world has watched the movie, a lot of people think the movie is rubbish. A lot of people. I went and watched the movie the other night, which was the last night. Again, because like I said, I'm going to be watching the movie, because movies are things like this. Like, you can't just really watch it one time or 2 times. You have to watch it a few times, so that you could see some things that I didn't see the first 1 or 2 times. You know what I mean? Some things where you might have missed. So I think I probably watched it. I'm gonna watch it about 5 or 6 times. But I spoke to some people who have seen the movie too. Was there colleagues who went the day before me? After I told him, so I said, go and watch it, and he went, and he come back and he said, yo, you're right, dancehall quote. I've seen the movie, Bridget, and he, in his opinion, the movie is rubbish. I don't absolutely think it is rubbish, because remember, we know Bob, the guy who went to watch it is not really Jamaican, so, but we know the story, the Bob Marley story, and the life Bob lived and everything. We know them thing there. So when we go watch it and the story, we are looking for see. The story wasn't executed to its best. I must say that. The actors have never really execute, like, But, for me, the brother Kingsley, the brother who played Bob Marley, the brother who played Bob, I'm wondering if he got confused as to which Bob he was playing. To me, he no play Bob Marley. He more like he play Bob Andy or Bob Clark. To me, in my opinion, he no play Bob Marley, because guess what? Like I said in the previous video, when you go play a character in a movie, you play somebody, you have to do absolutely everything that person normally would have done. Like the real person, you have to become that person. You become Bob Marley. You get the mess of people? Yes, you have to become that person. And I've seen actors over the years, like, for instance, Jamie Foxx is a good actor. And even what's his name, though, they play Malcolm X in the Malcolm X movie. You have to spend, hear the guy. I'm going to make you hear it for yourself. I'm going to let you hear it for yourself, because I've got an interview with the guy. So I'm going to play the interview in a few. But here what the guy said. The guy said, nobody listens to Bob more than him. And then he come back and say him listen to Bob for the past 9 months. I mean, I said, but we've been listening to Bob from ever so long we are listening to Bob. I still play Bob Marley every morning. Me, still play a Bob, probably half a dozen Bob every morning. So, oh, you are going to say nobody listens to Bob more than you, Kingsley. Are you mad, fam? You see me? So, in my opinion, Bridget, the guy did not execute him role the right and proper way. He missed a lot of things about Bob in terms of attitudes and body languages and you know how Bob go on, like, you know, rude and roots and culture. Bob is a man like, when he smoke herbs, you know, Bob is a man play with him beard more time. Bob not talk too fast. Bob talk space and think at the same time and say what he must say. You see me? I saw Bob behave. Kingsley don't play Bob the right way. But no Bob Marley, that more like a Bob Andy. You see me? And I just that me I say, you know, play Bob. I think Ziggy them should be ashamed of themselves, to be honest. Ziggy them should be ashamed of themselves. This the whole Bob Marley story. We know the fullness of the story. We know the full story. And like the other brother say, the other virgin say, them leave out Cindy and Juna Gang out of the story, the movie. But those people are, it can't reverse, whether we like it or not. They are in the story. They're involved in the story. They are a part of the Bob Marley story. So if you left out these people, it's like you're not telling the truth. It's right? You know what? You not feel like Cindy. But Julian is your brother. And Juna Gang are your brother too. Damon is your brother. So you not feel like Cindy because you feel like she disrespect your mother. But you can't hate your brother because your brother innocent, your brother, you know what I mean, can't be held responsible for whatever transpired. Is right. So are your brother Damon and done Jonah Gang, you done your brother. Is right. But so for whatever reason Cindy, I mean we not to blame Cindy because Bob have to first make approach or advance to Cindy for Cindy. You understand? We not to beat Cindy like that. The reason why me beat Cindy with there was I was thinking like say, okay, alright then a Bob Marley birthday and is Rita's anniversary. So what Cindy did was inconsiderate and it's unacceptable. Because you put out photos and the speech where you make and go into details as to where you and Bob have sex and all these things and sleep. It was a very inconsiderate, knowing to the fact that it's not even your man like Bonafide. It's somebody else's husband. You understood? So, in all honesty, you don't really have no right to do what you do. But you're already a part of the story. Bob involved you and everything. So if we're going to make a movie about the life of Bob and the whole Bob Marley story, we have to involve Cindy and Juna Gang and whoever else. We can't leave them out. So Ziggy Marley left out a lot of people and then Ziggy, me see the interview where Ziggy said he was looking for a Jamaican to do this and to play this and to play that and to play this and to play it, but he couldn't find. Are you serious, Ziggy? Or you just take people for big head but judge? You see me? Me personally know say nobody, I've never heard nobody captivate Bob Marley's voice like Tulax and his brother. Them you they're good. So if them can do that, they can act. They might not be as tall as Bob was, but Them already have some form of dreadlocks I work around there and some beard. You know them. You could have worked with one of them and say you play Bob. I know them that me know them that do it good. Me not ask nobody. Me know 2 locks or curly locks. Whichever one of them would have, cause them got the Bob Marley voice. Me listen them stir it up and all them things and them chop like Bob. You see me? So me know them that do it. This boy Kingsley no Bob that. I know so Bob talk. I know so Bob go on and nothing for Bob Bridging. No Bob, well, maybe Bob Andy and Bob Clark, but no Bob Marley. You know, nothing, you know, capture nothing for Bob Marley. And that I never do it for me in the movie. Quite a other few people kind of, you know, never saw tree bad. And that is why me now go say the movie are total rubbish. But other people who spend their money and go watch the movie, them feel say like, oh, waste of time, dog, are rubbish. I don't feel like a complete rubbish, but me know Kingsley. Because the reason why me say Kingsley is the main character, the main event. Yeah, you is who people are come to see. And see if you're Bob. See a Bob picture there. Look how Bob, what Bob? See a Bob Marley picture here. You see this how Bob flame head backwards and close him eyes and say so. Me not see Kingsley do all them something there. And a Bob you play. So when you play Bob, them things we come look for say yes, I'm really Bob. You never know nothing Bob, you never get it right, Ziggy. I want to mess up this old, you know, mess up the project, to be quite honest, so they mess it up. When I go to chat 3, 4, 5 long panel people, but me just say that. So I say, yeah, and so if you go out and go watch it for yourself and tell me what you think. But that's what me just say, a way how I feel and a way how I think, what I've seen. So when you go out and watch it, if you haven't gone and watch it yet, it's a nice weekend, go out and go see it and watch it and you know, full joy. I mean, big up on yourself, my beautiful people. I go play, I go show you Kingsley interview. I don't can't tell me what you think. Him know say I'm not a big top actor still, you see me? So yeah, but viewers and subscribers, big up on yourself. See? Remember to watch the video and to comment and tell me what you think. If you watch the movie, tell me what you think, what are your views about it. If you haven't seen it, tell me what you think about Kingsley's interview. Seeing, big up on your chest, big up on yourself. You know, there's always one love. Seeing, can be loving to the moon and back, just like that. Seeing, please remember to like, comment, to share, to subscribe, and try to get me up to 500,000. Yeah, I mean, subscribers, people, me love you know. I'm in there doing the thing. I've put in the work. You see, me have other engagements where kind of defer me from flood the place with videos, but I'm getting there. Don't worry, we are learning day by day and learning, you know, certain techniques and technicality, whatever we can't even pronounce it, technicality and all these things, and you know, we get in there. But the support is important. And we just ask that they them keep the support coming. Just keep subscribing, watch the videos and like, press like. When you watch a video, press like, people, and subscribe and share if you feel like share. You understand? And yeah. We love you know. We can't say anything else, because you know, we love you. We come from no subscriber to this amount of subscribers, so we still give thanks. You see? And still I love and appreciate the idea of CMSS speed. You get me a try say? Just one love, one God and one heart. Clean heart above all things. You see it? Yeah. Clean heart above all things. You see me? Clean heart above all things. Big up on yourself, people, until we drop the next video. Look after yourself and each other. Saying, we love you now. Bless.
I'm the worst critic when it comes to these things. I'll be the first person to say, like, why is this English guy playing Bob? That's me when I'm at home.
Yeah.
So I get it. I fully get it. But this is a project made by the family. Everything went through them, and this is their tribute to their father, and this is what they want the world to know about their dad. I shot everything, and I had every difficult conversation I needed to have with them about everything, to the point where I wasn't always popular.
Popular amongst who? The family?
Everyone. Okay. Because I'm coming in, I'm trying to get into Bob's. I have the responsibility of playing him and wanting to truthfully get into his headspace. So I have to ask all the questions. So the one thing I could take full control of is how Bob talks, and no one listened to him more than me. I listened to Bob every day for 9 months, and Sadella sent me files that only the family had got, where Bob's having conversations with people that no one's heard before. So I know what Bob's spiritual, emotional point of view is, because I'm hearing him say it. So if I see a scene and I'm like, Bob needs to be saying this now, as it relates to God, as it relates to spirituality.
What about the backlash that comes with being a British actor, getting to play American icons like President Obama, like Malcolm X, even playing, you know, a Jamaican icon like Bob Marley? People do not like that. People feel like y'all stealing all the roles from American actors.
No, I hear it. So when it comes to opportunity, the first question is, has everyone had an opportunity to audition? Has everyone who should had an opportunity to put their foot in the door, where they get to put their best self forward? When these films go, when they get that green light, there's a moment where they're trying to make it now. They're not waiting for anyone. So it's really becomes about availability. When they came to me with Bob, I was like, have you been on a worldwide search? Yes, we have. Go on another one. Really make sure. You know, why would you say that? Like, make sure it's not me. Well, yeah, because you want to make sure you want to make sure. Yeah, exactly. You want to make sure I'm the best person. Yeah. I'm not, because I've been in that situation before. I couldn't get an audition for any of those London things like Kidulthood or Top Boy or any of that. The casting directors at home, they would never see me for that role, because they see me like the Bridgerton guy. Whereas I'm like, no, that's how I grew up. I just went to a drama school that knocked my accent out of me for 8 years, and I've just had to try and find it back. Some bullshit English institution that told us that we couldn't talk the way that we were supposed to talk. I just got to make sure that when I'm going in for something, that my thing is, who have you seen? Why are you coming to me? You know, and I think the family came to me because our first conversation was about the emotional vulnerability of Bob. That's it. That's it. No mimicry, no impersonation, no trying to like be him or copy him. This is a love letter to your father. So I'm going to try and tap into his feeling a little bit, and that's it. Just a little bit of his essence, and I'm done.
It's okay to say you good. It's okay to say I'm better than everybody else. It's okay to say I get these roles because I'm a great actor.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I don't think that's true. I just don't. Well, at least I don't see it like that. Because you're only as good as the work you put in on the day. You're 2 seconds away from being really, really bad if you switch off. And that's the way that I go at everything. It's starting again, you know. It's not like I went into Barbie with the same energy I went into Bob. Because it's about the work and it's about the craft. That's just me.
Gaza fans them worldwide. I do say freedom for Vybz now, right? I know you hear me, we are speaking into existence, man. Cause I sit here and I try good, man. I better not just let go, man, and done, brother. Cause when I look through this case, I have too much loophole, brethren. Hey! I want the name Freedom Cry UK Privy Council of the case can't try. Across the ocean, Miss Aboken and a fly. BBC News and it a go on past sky. Tell JSL bye-bye. Freedom Cry UK Privy Council of the case can't try. Jamaica system I tell too much some fight. Had the happy there road before July. We have your hand high. Everybody ball out, free roll boss. Had the teacher for dancehall class. Jamaica system, corrupt no class. I push where youth life like say a hand card. That's why Bounty Killer get angry, cross, when them ears say the world boss get lost. Bad mind DJ, sit down and a laugh. I fight over crown, I grudge the man craft. Say the case tamper with me, no need no eyeglass. Off one for your use when it don't get locked off.